Have you ever applied for credit, waited anxiously, only to hear the word no? Denied, whether it was a credit card, auto loan, mortgage, personal loan, or business line of credit, that rejection can feel personal. But here's what most people don't know. When you're denied for credit, the lender is legally required to explain why. And that explanation comes in a document called a Notice of Adverse Action. Today, we're breaking down exactly what that means, what your rights are, and most importantly, how to use that information to rebuild and get approved next time. Banks cannot simply deny your credit application and stay silent. Under federal law, specifically the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, lenders must provide a clear explanation when they take an adverse action against you. This ensures transparency, consumer protection, equal treatment, fair lending practices. If you are denied credit, they must tell you why. Not vaguely, not emotionally, not subjectively, but based on specific credit factors. Let's talk about what this feels like. You applied, you waited, maybe you were hoping to buy a car, purchase a home, consolidate debt, or grow your business. Then the decision arrives. Denied. It's frustrating, it's confusing, it can feel embarrassing, but here's the key: denial is not the end of your financial story. It's data, and data gives you power. After the denial, an official letter arrives. This letter is not junk mail. It's not optional, it's not random, it contains critical information about your credit decision. Most people ignore this letter. That's a mistake, because inside that envelope is insight into what lenders see, what impacted your approval, what must change before your next application. This letter is called your Notice of Adverse Action. A Notice of Adverse Action informs you about decisions regarding your credit status. It applies when a lender denies your credit application, closes your account, reduces your credit limit, increases your interest rate, changes your credit terms unfavorably. It's not just about denials. It's about any decision that negatively affects your access to credit. Understanding this notice is essential if you want to improve your financial position. Here's something important. Lenders can't just say no. They must explain. That explanation must either 1. Clearly state the specific reasons for denial, or 2. Inform you of your right to request those reasons within a specific time frame. This protects you from unfair or discriminatory practices. It also ensures credit decisions are based on measurable financial factors, not personal bias. Each adverse action letter must include the lender's name and contact information, the action taken, the specific reasons for denial, or how to request them, a statement of your rights. The federal agency that regulates the lender. This is designed to give you clarity. If you receive a denial without this information, that's a red flag. Transparency is required. Most people see a denial letter as defeat. In reality, it's leverage, because now you know exactly what blocked your approval. Without this letter, you would be guessing. With it, you can create a strategy. When you know the problem, you can fix the problem. That's power. Here's what you should do immediately after receiving a denial. Step 1. Read the letter carefully. Don't skim it. Look for the exact reason listed. Is it high credit utilization? Debt to income? Too many inquiries? Limited credit history? Clarity matters. Step 2. Pull your credit report. Review your full credit report from all major bureaus. Compare what the lender says with what appears on your report. Are there errors? Outdated accounts? Incorrect balances? Step 3. Fix the top reason first. Don't try to fix everything at once. Focus on the main blocker. Targeted action is more effective than scattered effort. Let's decode common denial reasons. Because sometimes the wording can feel confusing. Understanding what lenders really mean gives you a competitive advantage. If your letter says, high credit utilization, here's what that means. You are using too much of your available credit. For example, if your credit card limit is $1,000 and you're carrying a $900 balance, that's 90% utilization. Most lenders prefer to see balances below 30%. Lower utilization signals financial stability. If this is your issue, pay down balances. Spread balances across cards if possible. Avoid maxing out accounts. Utilization is one of the fastest score impacting factors you can improve. If the denial reason says, insufficient credit history, it means lenders don't have enough data to assess you. You may not have enough active accounts, or your accounts may be too new. To build history, open a secured credit card, consider a credit builder loan, keep accounts active and in good standing. Time is a major factor in credit scoring. The longer your positive history, the stronger your profile. If your letter references too many recent inquiries, it means you've applied for multiple credit accounts in a short time. Frequent applications can signal financial stress to lenders. Solution: pause applications for at least 90 days. Let your credit profile stabilize before trying again. Strategic timing matters. Debt-to-income ratio compares your monthly debt payments to your income. If too much of your income goes toward debt, lenders see higher risk. To improve this, pay down installment loans, increase income if possible, avoid adding new debt. This ratio is especially important for mortgage and auto approvals. Credit decisions are not emotional. They are mathematical. Algorithms evaluate payment history, utilization, credit age, mix of credit, new inquiries. When you understand the numbers, you control the outcome. Guessing leads to repeated denials. Strategy leads to approvals. Credit decisions cannot be based on race, gender, age, religion. Federal law protects you from discrimination. If something feels inconsistent or unfair, you have the right to question it. Fair access to credit is a legal requirement, not a privilege. If the denial reason doesn't match your credit profile, challenge it. File a complaint with the appropriate regulatory agency. Request further clarification. Dispute inaccuracies on your credit report. You have rights. Use them. Business owners, listen carefully. If your business generates significant revenue, some requirements may differ. However, you can and should request written reasons within 60 days of denial. Always request documentation. Understanding why your business was denied allows you to strengthen your next application. Here's why most people remain in denial cycles. They panic. They reapply immediately. They ignore the letter. They don't analyze the data. Repeated applications without strategy damage your credit further. Emotion leads to repetition. Strategy leads to improvement. Here's your 30-day action plan. Read the denial letter. Pull all 3 credit reports. Identify the primary issue. Create a focused improvement plan. Wait strategically before reapplying. Credit rebuilding is a process, not an overnight fix. But progress happens when you follow the data. Being denied does not define you. It defines your current credit profile. Profiles change, scores improve, situations evolve. You just needed the right information. When you understand how credit works, you make informed decisions. You avoid unnecessary damage. You increase approval odds. You regain control of your financial future. Financial education is empowerment. If this breakdown helped you understand credit denials and adverse action notices more clearly, continue learning. Your financial future improves when your knowledge improves. And remember, denial isn't the end. It's feedback. Use it wisely. Disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only and is not financial, legal, or investment advice. Please consult a qualified professional before making financial decisions.